Hello, hello, and welcome to my second project on this channel. Since my Dungeon Postone soup videos have been going fairly well, I decided, why not start playing a game I'm very familiar with, as a walkthrough. And so here we are with Digimon World 2. I'll be doing my best to show everything relevant to this game, tips and tricks, general walkthrough of the whole game, including the special 100th floor dungeon, and of course the story itself. I will also be trying to miserably try to voice act everything the characters say. If you want to listen in, don't expect good quality here, but it helps to improve my English skills, which are important as a non-native speaker. So, here we go. And love the starting song. Zudokorn. Hey guy, let me through. I got to see the leader. Hello, Mr. Zudokorn. It's nice to see you. And let me see. You're a cadet tamer. Your name is... Ah yes. Good old JRPG protagonists that don't have a name until a random guard asks. I'll be keeping the normal name from the game, Akira, as the main character's name, just because, well, it seems apt. Yes, you're Akira, aren't you? Please, go right ahead. The Blue Falcon leader is waiting for you. And now you get to see the miserably slow movement of every single person in cutscenes. Seriously, these guys move slow. Akira, your training is almost over. You'll be a real tamer when you finish your last training mission. Then you can join a guard team. Okay, Mr. Zudokorn, I'll do my best. With 2 exclamation marks. Maybe I should have been yelling that. Probably best not to do that. I'll lower the volume a bit. Seems to be a bit high. Blue Falcon leader, here is Akira. Zudokorn, I've been waiting for you and Cadet Akira. This is your last training mission, Akira. I'm glad that you made it this far. When you're done with this training mission, you can join a guard team as a tamer. Then you can work as a defender of Digital City, just as you've always dreamed. I have? Yes, Blue Falcon leader, I'll do my best. I will defend Digital City with my fellow Digimon. Apparently. Hey Akira, don't get too worked up. Zudokorn and Akira, this is your mission. Go to Patamon and destroy Leomon hiding there. Zudokorn, as this is a training mission, don't help Akira too much. Roger, Blue Falcon leader. We will go to the Patamon and destroy wild Digimon. Yes, that is exactly what he just said we should do. Good job, me. The plot in this game really isn't the best, but oh well. Here we are at the place where we get kind of sent into missions. With this navigator lady, I think. Hi, Carol. How is it going? Alright, Carol. Is my Digibeetle ready to go? I want to take it up for a spin. Of course, your Digibeetle is standing by. Digibeetle, god damn it. Hey Akira, aren't you finished with your tamer training yet? Not yet, Chief. This is my last training mission. After this mission, I'll get my own Digibeetle. So I'm going to do my best. Hey, don't push my Digibeetle too hard and break it, okay? But don't worry, running over a landmine or two won't do much damage to my Digibeetle. Anyway, a Digibeetle is not like an ordinary car, it's more like a tank. It's a multi-use tank with all the items and equipment a tamer needs. Akira, good work, good luck. Akira, let's get on the elevator lift. For some reason, we get lifted to the Digibeetle. I think we're actually legitimately driving it? Like, in this game, you're technically driving a tank to a labyrinth. Are you guys ready? The elevator is going to move. Be careful, the world is full of dangerous and wild Digimon outside the city. And here we have our map selection screen. This Digimon City, where we happen to be, and Boot Domain, where we shall be going. So, let's go to the first dungeon, the tutorial dungeon. And this is the dungeon itself. Some quick things about the UI here. As you can see, top left we have Boot Domain floor 1, which is where we are. Top right we have our HP and EP. EP, as I'm about to show, is energy points. Each time you make a move on the map, you lose 1 point. You reach 0, you get booted out of the dungeon. Not really too important late game. Early game, it's going to be your lifeline. As for HP, oh sure, I don't have to explain that. It's how much damage your Digibeetle or kind of tank can take. We have arrived. This is the Boot Domain. Stay alert. Yes, I will. I've been training hard for this day. I'm ready. So, let's get going. Game's kind of slow for my taste, but here we have our first enemy. As you can see on the minimap right there, it's represented by our red square, just like we are as a blue blinking square. Green is the the places we can go, and blue is just generally empty space. So, let's move and engage with the Digimon in a fight. The game has very long loading screens here. Try to be cutting those out in the future, including random battles, but for now, you get to see them. So in battles we have a few options: give orders, cannon, and run away. Run away does the obvious, we run. Cannon uses the cannon on our tank to shoot discs with various effects. We have a lot of MP and HP discs, which heal HP or MP, and we have damage discs, Fire Blast and Water Arrow. These are mostly useless, well, other than the consumables. Think of it like a normal JRPG items command. Here, when we go to battle, we go through each Digimon and, well, assign a command. Guard makes you take less damage and recover MP. Battle makes you attack. Among attacks, we have a few options as well. Normal attacks, which just do a normal attack. Normally sometimes they will have special effects, like this Ice Blast will hit all foes. We have counter attacks, which will essentially interrupt the first enemy that attacks you, and you will do then an attack on him before he goes. No, that's interrupts, I apologize. Counterattacks are when you are attacked, you will then attack back with a generally powerful attack. Interrupts interrupt an enemy, the first enemy that attacks. And assists are special abilities like heals. You will see that in a moment. I think here I will just go with the Ice Blast, which costs 18 HP and targets everyone. With Naomi, as you can see, we have a small HP cure in assists, which heals my party or one Digimon for a small amount. We won't be seeing a lot of that later, but I'll show it for now. Well, I'll show it when it comes up. And the last guy, our giant, what's it called? Dinogon, in this case. We have a Trihorn attack, we have a Fireball, Volcanic Strike, and a Blaze Blast. Generally, the attack with the highest amount of MP is the strongest, so Trihorn. Also, I haven't really explained this, but in the top you can see the two enemies we have, Gizamon and Gazimon. This is Gizamon, this is Gazimon, as the order implies. You can see their HP bar, currently all full because they are full HP. On the bottom you can see our three Digimon that we loaned from our, well, Zorocorn. Bottom left, EL23 or level 23 with HP and MP. Akagi, level 22, Naomi, and level 21, Dinogon. Don't get used to these guys, they're not going to stick around for a long time. So let's just go through this. Beautiful PS1 voice acting. I've mainly concentrated all attacks on Digimon, so we can just kind of take him out right away. And we did that. So now this Izamon attacks. And we take barely any damage. And yeah, the game's kind of really slow in this combat. I'll just mash and do this. I'll do my best to cut out as much combat as possible because of its, well, glacial pace. I'll be showing off boss fights and the like, but I'll do my best so you guys don't have to see a lot of this crap. And as you can see, we were awarded 39 XP. Our Digimon need 1,500 to level up, or 1,200 for Dinogon. And we got 280 bits, which is money in this game. Pretty useless since we're not going to have these guys for long, so let's just keep going. Look, Akira, that's a floor portal. You can jump to another floor when you step on it, but you cannot go back to the floor where you came from. This time, you won't have to come back to this floor. Normally, you must be careful. Roger, Mrs. Lucorn. Essentially, this is your stair down. This a dungeon crawler, to be specific, as this is a dungeon crawler type of game, so there are floors going down. You explore dungeons lower and lower until you meet a boss Digimon and get out. In this game, though it's not too common for dungeon crawlers, you can only go down, you cannot go back up. You can escape from the dungeon and go back in it, but then you have to get through all the rooms again, which are mostly randomized. Also, cool thing to see here. Mr. Zurukorn, the floor there is different. Yes, very observant of you, Akira. That's a specialty floor. It's blue because the floor is of a water specialty. When you battle on a water specialty floor, damage from water techniques increase. Also, the defensive ability of Digimon with a water specialty increases. Are there other floors with other specialties? Yes. Fire specialty is red, nature specialty is green, machine specialty is gold, darkness specialty is black. There are 5 specialties in all. If you know the specialties of Digimon and their techniques, you can take advantage of them. I see, I can make my Digimon stronger this way. But if I fight on floor with the same specialty as the enemy, they become stronger. That's right, that's why you must learn from these Digimon. Learn about the different specialties and techniques of the various Digimon. Be careful not to battle on a floor with the same specialty. Roger, pay attention to the floor colors. As much as I'd like to say this is important, it really isn't. You can check the floor like this, says water specialty, but most of the time you can ignore these floors. The only times you really don't want to fight with specialty floors in versus boss fights, and boss fights will always have specialty floors that are advantage to them. So you can pretty much not care. Random Digimon generally aren't strong enough for you to care about specialty floors, so it doesn't matter. Also, as I was going to say there, see these walls, like they're all green and stuff? This means we're on the last floor of the dungeon. Which, yeah, this is only 2 floors as the tutorial dungeon. It's always a nice way you can tell that, well, you're on the last floor. And here's another thing that I believe the game will tell us. Yes, we're about to meet boss Digimon. What? How do you know that? Called a Tamer's Hunch. See how there's like 6 floors right before another room here, which is all of the same floor? That's how boss rooms always look like. Mini boss rooms generally don't count, but if it's a boss room, you'll always be able to tell because of these tiles. And then as soon as we enter... Who are you? A weakling guard tamer? Do you think you can defeat the boss of this boot domain? The great Leomon? Akira, that's the Leomon we've been looking for. When you defeat the wild Digimon, your training mission will be complete. Good luck. Yes, sir. Leomon here. Leomon, here I come. And here we have our first boss battle. It's definitely a lot tougher than those two guys we just fought, but it's still kind of a joke. As soon as the game loads. So we have 3 Digimon to fight. Bijamon, Leomon and Toyagumon. You can essentially not lose this, but I'll still give some tips. Leomon only has 1 attack, which is a counter, so generally, unless you're focusing on killing him, ignore him. Bijamon just has a normal attack, so does Toyagumon. Patamon is the weakest though, so I will be focusing all my damage on him to instantly take him out. Because, come on! Sometimes attacks can miss. It's rare, but it happens. And it just happened. Awesome. Anyway, I was going to say, another thing about counterattacks is, if they do not get, well, attacked so they can counter moves will always, well, go last and be generally a lot weaker. Also, I overshot there. If all 3 attacks had hit, if first 2 attacks had hit against Toyagumon, he would have died, and my last attack would have missed. So the first guy missing wasn't that big of a deal after all. Still, Bijamon is a lot tougher, so attacking with all 3 of them will be required. So let's do just that. Listen to this glorious PS1 voice acting. I have no idea what he just said. This, though, does kind of sound like Flower Cannon. Oh, he did die! And as you can see, now my attack has missed. Now you can see, Beast King Fist is the counter attack. It attacks just 1 guy for 11. Now you will see how much more powerful counterattacks are when there is something to actually counter. So one of my guys will now attack Leomon, well, all of them, but first it will be Flower Cannon Lady. And then she will get countered. And that will prompt Leomon to go next instantly. Which will, as a matter of fact, in this case, hit all of my Digimon. Nope, 87. Wrong counter attack, I apologize. But it hits for 87 instead of 11. Counterattacks are scary, but generally manageable as long as you know they're there. And you either avoid AoE or focus on the guy with counterattacks, so you don't, well, have to take a lot of hits from the counter. Anyway, we have 1, and we get 186 XP, 530 bits. Why, I'm rich! No, I'm not. Anyway, we have 1, so let's get out. Look over there, it's the exit portal. The mission is complete when we get out of this domain by entering that portal. Phew, I just have a little more to go. As the game said, the exit portal is nicely labeled as exit. When you find it, you have cleared the dungeon. Well done, Akira. You've passed the last training mission. Now all you need to do is to join a guard team and become a real tamer. You did very well. Thank you, Mr. Sudokorn. Akira, you're really good. But in order to defeat the wild Digimon, you must train much harder. Okay, I will. Next, you have to choose a guard team you like. By law, a tamer must belong to one of the 3 guard teams to be an active tamer. Oh yeah, I have to get you a Digibeetle. Then I'll give you a tamer's license to prove that you have become a real tamer. Yay, we get a tank at the proud age of... Wait, how old are we? This is a JRPG, we're probably like 14 or some crap. Hey, Carol, can you get a Digibeetle for Akira? Akira has finally completed training and will become a real tamer now. That's great, Akira. Congratulations. Thank you, Chief Carol. Now, let me get you your own Digibeetle. First, let me check your tamer license number. Then I'll prepare your Digibeetle. Okay, your Digibeetle comes with a steel body. It's designed for beginners. Now join a guard team and get a Digibeetle browser. Then you can go out on a mission. Thank you very much, Chief Carol. Mr. Zudokorn, I can finally be a real tamer. Thank you. Akira got a tamer's license and a Digibeetle. Finally, you got your very own Digibeetle. Give it a name. Wow, we get to name another thing. I'll just stick to Gunner. The name of the Digibeetle barely comes up, so doesn't matter that much. That's a nice name. It's literally the default, my man. You're on your own now. Make sure you join a guard team that suits you. Good luck. And we are kind of done with the tutorial. Well, only kind of. Here comes my tutorial. So this is Digital City. You have a few options here. The free guard tamer locations, Black Swords, Blue Falcon, and Golden Hawk. They correspond to the 3 Digimon types in the game: Virus Digimon, Data Digimon, and Vaccine Digimon. There's this Tamers Club here, which, since we're not a tamer, will kick us out. Oh, no it won't. I could swear it did. Well, apparently I'm dumb, but there's nothing here currently. Except this dancing Patamon. A dancing, what is it, Patamon. Oh well, this Digimon does not matter. But it sure does talk a lot. There's also this random Blue Falcon. Debbie, Patamon, look! Like this, that's it, you got it! Keep that, Patamon. I knew you'll be a great dancer someday. Good for you, dude. Good for you. You should encourage people's dreams. Anyway, aside from that, we have the Colosseum, which is useless for us. Because, well, you can only go here if you are already a tamer and generally somewhat along the game. You'll fight other tamers here to get prizes. And nothing else. Also, hey, didn't we just kill you a little while ago? This is the Colosseum where all tamers compete. Only tamers who belong to the guard team can enter the tournament. However, you must prove yourself to your guard leader before we'll let you enter. When you get an entry pass, go to the registration office to the left and sign in. As the game says, you'll essentially be doing, well, battles here versus other guys. Here you sign up, and there's already some people here which are kind of in a waiting room. These two up there, this one here is for the tournament. I believe this one to the left here is for multiplayer, which is a thing in this game. Golden Hawk Tamer. I plan to keep winning on the Colosseum tournaments, but before that I must prove myself to the guard team and get an entry pass. Yeah, you're a random mook, you don't even have a name. Aside from the Colosseum and the club, there are 2 other locations in Digital City of note. One is the best place in the game, Digimon Center. Here, the game would let you from time to time trade Digimon at this lady. Hello, you can trade your Digimon here. We raise Digimon that are donated to us here. You can exchange the Digimon in your Digibeetle with the ones we have raised here. But if you don't have any Digimon you want, you can make a trade, okay? I don't believe she currently has something. Yep, she just explains that currently. Anyway, it's the best place in the game to be. They will often trade you a type of Digimon for one of a much higher level. For example, a rookie Digimon, which is anything below 10, or a champion Digimon, which is level 11 and higher. Or a champion Digimon for a ultra Digimon. And the last place to check out is the main gate, where we were at the beginning. Carol is here, who will take you to the world map for missions. There's also some random mooks here, like this guy. Blue Falcon Tamer. You need a Digibeetle to enter a domain. A Digibeetle can carry all kinds of things that are really useful. The first Digibeetle you get is a basic steel type, but it has everything you need. So in your first mission, you can explore a domain. Well, since it's for beginners, it has to have really good stuff, right? Let's check that out. Digibeetle. 800 HP, 100 EP. Do these guys want me to die? Yes, they do. So, quick summary of the status. There's a bunch of stuff here. Status, items, Digimon, save, transfer, Digiline. We can't use 5 of these without Digimon, so it don't matter. Top right, we have our money, which is 1300. Here we have a status of our Digibeetle, condition, HP, and whatnot. Digibeetle, which are all Digibeetle's parts. You can exchange them for better ones or upgrade them. You'll see that later. And important items, which we have a tamer license. I will mention this a bit more later, but in the room right here, you can buy upgrades to your Digibeetle and upgrade the Digibeetle itself, as well as special parts. As I said, I will mention this probably next episode when we prepare for our first dungeon. But now let's do the last thing in this tutorial episode, that is choosing a team. So we can choose Golden Hawk, Blue Falcon and Black Sword. So let's check Golden Hawk first. Golden Heart Security Guard. Welcome to Golden Heart Headquarters. You're here to look around, correct? Please go right ahead. Essentially, all tamer bases are the same. You have a shopkeeper to the left, which sells general items. Shopkeeper to the right, which sells specialty items. In this case, for vaccine Digimon. You have a room up here, which is a tamer lounge. A room to the left, which is your Doctor Fusion guy. And the central room, top central room, which is where the leader is. We could go there, you get a cutscene of introducing yourself to the leader, and he tells you the advantages of each team, of his own team, what they think is great and so on. It's really nothing special, just wordy. So here's just a quick thing. Golden Hawk, they're all about, well, law. They're about law. Black Swords are about practicality, and the Blue Hawks are about justice, friendship, and that crap. In the scene, Golden Hawks, we have our starter, which would be Agumon. As for the other ones, in Black Sword, god damn it. In Black Sword, we have Devimon. As soon as he decides he will talk to me. Devimon, which is probably my favorite one. And in the last one, in the Blue Hawks, we have Patamon. As soon as we see this, I will be going with Blue Hawks in this playthrough because they are the hardest to play. So let's talk to Patamon. I'm Patamon, the mascot of the Blue Falcon team. This is the Blue Falcon office. The guard team leader is in the middle room. The room on the left is the DNA Digivolve lab. And the one on the right is the Tamer's room. You're in the entrance room. How? Blue Hawk is the hardest because they are specialized on data Digimon. 90% of our bosses are virus Digimon, which have a natural advantage against data Digimon. So, they ended up being the hardest one to play. And that's why I'll pick them, because if I can play the hardest one and deal with it easily, you can easily do with the other ones. Let's talk to the leader. Cecilia. I'm Cecilia, the guard team leader of the Blue Falcons. Our guard team fights for freedom and harmony. We developed items to support the cause of all data-type Digimon. Feel free to look around if you think this guard team is for you and come see me. So, let's do that. Akira, are you ready to join our guard team? Our team is full of Digimon like Patamon, who will dig-evolve into a strong Digimon. Well, think it over. You can check out other teams before you make your final decision. We have to do the good old leave the room and come back in. And here we trigger the cutscene. Feel free to look around, check out the other teams too. Yes ma'am, Blue Falcon leader, thank you ma'am. So have you decided which team to join? ready to join the Blue Falcons? Yes, I am. I'm sure you'll make a fine Blue Falcon tamer, but you must first promise an oath before joining our guard team. You will always value your fellow tamers and your Digimon partners. You'll do your best to create a world where both people and Digimon live in peace. And you will challenge any evil forces that attempt to destroy the world. That last thing seems oddly specific, but fine, I promise. I will always value my fellow tamers and Digimon and fight for peace. I didn't promise I'll save the world, screw you! Then I'll give you the items you need to become a tamer. The Blue Falcon mark is proof of being a Blue Falcon tamer. A DB browser is a mobile remote control to start a Digibeetle and access the server. Thank you, man! Akira got a Blue Falcon mark and a Digibeetle browser. Your Digimon partner should be here any moment. It's Patamon? No way! Who would have thought? Wow, that's Patamon! So you are Akira, my new partner. I am Patamon. I'm sure we'll get along great. I think so too, Patamon. Then I'll be waiting for you in your Digibeetle. And this is the last time you will see Patamon speak to you. No, seriously, doesn't come up in the story at all anymore. Ha ha ha! Patamon might not look too reliable, but I'm sure that you two will make a great team. Oh yeah, you should give him a name. I, for one, do not think renaming a person after they've, become sentient enough to talk is a good idea. So let's stick to Patamon. That's a nice name. It's the default, man. I'm sure he will like it too. Every time you meet another Digimon, you learn something new and grow for it. It's not only the Digimon that we develop, you too will grow and mature. Yes, ma'am, Blue Falcon leader. I will do my best. Akira got Patamon as a partner. Akira, I'll give you Patamon in your first mission. What? Thank you, ma'am. I order you to go to the SCSE domain to defeat the Wild Digimon boss. Roger. Yes, ma'am. As you might have noticed by the boot domain and SCSI domain, all domains in this game are named after very computery stuff. And here we have our, rival characters. Here's Bertrand. Akira, so you're the new kid I heard about? That's right, who are you guys? And Joy. Joy, we are Blue Falcon Tamers, just like you. My name is Joy, and he is Bertrand. Let's try working as a team. Bertrand, we are your seniors here, so don't you forget it. Mr. Zodocorn thinks highly of your record, but those were just training missions. I'm the best tamer in the city. Don't even think you can do better than me. Huh? No, I agree. Bertrand, why do you always say things like that? Akira, don't worry about him. If you have any questions, we'll be in the tamer room. Thanks, I hope we can work together. Yeah, so these two are always in the team you pick, and Bertrand is annoying in, any iteration. For some reason, he really wants to be your rival. But that's it for episode 1. I'll show you one quick thing, and that is how to save, which is not in here. I apologize. Let's go to the DigiCity screen. And as you can see, we now have the options to go to these other options, but I will explain that next time. So let's just go to the save option. Enjoy this bop. Here we have an old file of mine. And let's save. The game has been saved. So, meet me next time when we play Digimon World 2 for the second time. Yeah, have a nice day.